Howdy folks, Tex Grebner here with Tex Grebner Outdoors. Hope you guys are ready for your Tex Grebner Outdoors Saturday morning cartoon awesomeness, because it is Illinois Archery season 2019, week number 3. We're also not far enough into the season yet that I can't keep track of the weeks, where I have to do this over and over again because I keep saying the wrong week. Anyhow, with that being said, I hope that you guys are going to enjoy this week's episode. If you guys want to support the channel in a way beyond simply watching the videos, you can go to texgrebneroutdoors.com, check out the Make It Weird sticker, the Make It Weird shirt, the Life Ain't Like the Pornos, Hunting Ain't Like the TV Show shirt, and of course, my personal favorite, the Kill with Sticks shirt. Now, if you are a traditional bow hunter and you want a discount on all your trad life supplies, you can go to threeriversarchery.com and show your support for Tex Grebner Outdoors and get a shipping discount in the process on, for instance, reflective arrow wraps by using the discount code of Tex Grebner in your checkout. It gives you a discount and it shows your support for the channel. Now, if you're interested in starting a fitness journey or you're needing motivation to continue a fitness journey, I strongly suggest that you check out traintohunt.com. Look at the programming, look into attending and competing in the Train to Hunt Challenge, and I hope to see you guys one of these days at a Train to Hunt National Championship. I'd love to see more traditional bow hunters involved. You don't have to be in good shape to be a good hunter. However, as a hunter, you will never regret being in good shape. For instance, this week's episode, I actually strike off into the complete unknown and I hunt the public land in Illinois this week. I live in reality just like the rest of you. But I hope that you guys are going to enjoy this week's episode of Tex Grebner Outdoors, because hunting is a visceral mystery and you never know what's going to happen on a hunt. One of the interesting issues with hunting public land is that you want to try and find a tree that's about as big across as a telephone pole. However, because public land is largely virgin timber, the truth is that trees are about 2 foot, 2.5 foot, or they're saplings. Well, if you're wondering why in the hell I'm sitting on the ground right now and why I'm actually talking, is because if there was a deer that was going to be here, I probably spooked it off already. It's not gonna matter, because I am never trying to climb a tree with this kind of bark again, and I should have known better, but it was the best tree along the trail that I could find, because with traditional archery equipment, you can't just set up 40 yards off of the deer path that they've worn into the ground. So I tried getting up this tree and I got about 12 foot off the ground, and I decided, hell with it, I'm just going to get back down. I'm tired of fighting the bark, and I don't want to have to fight it getting down in the dark. And it was just so loud of the stand creaking and popping on the bark and slipping and sliding that it just wasn't worth it. So here I am, sitting on the ground, and everything is probably spooked to shit. But then again, there's probably no deer in here right now to begin with. So we'll see how tonight turns out. But that's why I'm sitting on the ground. Well, we'll see if I get to go hunting tonight. that's fucking comforting. Well, I made it back down to the public land with plenty of time to get set up, or so I thought, because it was a beautiful, calm, sunny, but cool October day. The kind of October day that all Midwestern whitetail hunters dream about. Of course, it was a Wile E. Coyote day, because I had acorns on the ground. I was set up alongside a well-used deer trail that I'm beginning to believe is a nocturnal travel route. And I'd picked a tree that was good and sturdy, with smooth bark, and there was only one problem, and that was that it was almost too big for my climber. So naturally, on the way up the tree, I about lost it, but it took me about 20 minutes to actually get set up after the hike in to where I was getting set up. And of course, just as things start to get cooled off even more to where the deer would start moving, I'm still competing on the public land with the dog walkers and the joggers and just outdoor recreationalists. I admit I'm developing an obsession with the challenge of hunting public land. Of course, I also wonder, because I haven't been in to check my trail camera, if while I'm down on the public land, if the deer are basically tap dancing under my other stand on the cattle pasture. But then it got dark and it got time to get down. And it was equally as bad getting down off of this tree in the dark by headlamp with a climber as it was getting up in the daylight. If you don't have the money to store-buy something, then you have to figure out how to make it. And one of the qualities that I feel like I have, that I'm particularly proud of, is my adaptive engineering. Now, I'm pretty much done with hunting out of the climbing stand on this public plot, just because the trees are either way too big or way too small, and it takes way too long to get up the tree and too long to get out of the tree after dark. And I looked into the legalities, and I can't actually hang a stand and leave it. Of course, whether or not it's going to be there when I come back, who knows? But I didn't want to actually put an expensive stand in. So I just took one of the Menards tree stands that I didn't really use right now. But the ladder stick was a little bit more complicated, because I got the ladder stick super cheap because it didn't have brackets in the box. So what I did was I took the armrests off of an old ladder stand that I hadn't used, that I'd robbed the top out of and robbed the ladder to make a climbing stick. So I took the armrests off, and I realized that I could make a U-bracket by cutting the armrest in the center of the square piece and drilling it out, and it would make a U-bracket. So at least it isn't going to cost me a whole bunch if this stand actually walks off. The funny thing is, setting the stand and getting my camera mounts and getting up in it ended up being a little bit faster, or about the same amount of time as me actually getting the climber up the tree 20 feet. So I'm hoping that this works out well. Of course, every hunt always starts out with, oh man, this is going to be awesome. And then rapidly, as the sun starts to sink down below the hill, you realize, nope, not tonight. Well, I'm done working out for the day. It was honestly kind of refreshing that I didn't go hunting because I hate getting burnt out on it. But we were in the field until dark, and then I went down to the pasture, pulled out my trail camera card, had a look at it. Well, guess what? Damned if on October 12th there aren't 2 does under my stand when I was down there on the public land fighting a climbing deer stand and competing with the dog walkers, the joggers, and the hikers. So it's still a high stakes game of whack-a-mole. What can I say? Of course, I know that it's going to be 2:30 in the morning before I'm actually in bed because it takes a lot of post-production work on my end, and it takes post-production work on my producer's end, and I try and stay on top of this stuff. So it's probably going to be about 2:30 in the morning before I get to go to bed. At least I got my workout in. Yeah, that, and we're working cattle in the morning. So we'll see if I actually get to go hunting tomorrow. And at this point, I don't really know where in the hell I actually want to sit, whether I want to go to the pasture or whether I want to go to the public. Of course, like I say, I kind of have an obsession with the public land at this point, just because I love the challenge. But I hate to miss out on opportunities on land that we own. And of course, I also wonder if my tree stand is even still there on the public. Well, we got the cattle work for the morning. I'm probably going to go chop stalks so that we can bale the corn stalks for bedding. I may get out tonight. I may not get out tonight. Who knows? Well, we're getting ready to start on harvesting some beans. I really don't know if I'm going to get out today or not, but I'm going to try if I can. Well, it's kind of funny. You spend all your time when you're not hunting wanting to be hunting. But I know that I'm not getting out tonight. Not even a chance in hell. Just doing chores before I head back up to the field. So, the reason I say it's funny is you think, oh, I gotta get out and go hunting. I want to be out hunting. And then you get out there and you think, oh man, this ain't never gonna work. Now, while I'm thinking about this, I really like the GoPros for portability, vlogging, and the fisheye lens. However, unless you're at spear range in the broad daylight, a GoPro ain't worth a crap. Didn't get out tonight. The slow descent into madness has officially begun at this point because I really don't know where the hell I'm going to hunt next. Whether I'm going to hunt the cattle pasture or whether I'm going to hunt the public land, I honestly have no idea what I'm doing at this point. You'd think that for as long as I've been doing this that I'd be a better hunter. Of course, I'm also self-taught, so I had a terrible teacher. There is two sets of ethics in hunting for sport. There is the ethics of making sure that you can deliver a quick, clean kill. You don't want to cause unnecessary suffering, and you want to be proficient with your equipment. Traditional bow hunting and spear hunting is very low percentage, and a lot can go wrong. However, there are also the ethics of a sporting chance. I unashamedly hunt for sport. That's just the truth. It's an unpopular opinion, but the grocery store exists, and I think that the world is full of a bunch of liars that just won't say, yep, I do it because I like it. Now, with that being said, that's their prerogative, and it's not like you don't utilize the meat, but it's also, I would imagine, not your sole motivation. However, being a sport hunter, I love the thrill of the chase. It's why I do it. And so I'd hate to get bored with success. That's the sad truth of things. And so that's the truth. I don't get disappointed when the animal evades me because I hunt for thrill of the chase and I want the animal to have a sporting chance. And so I'm a trophy hunter, but I never kill anything. And I bring you the reality of the Illinois archery season because I live in real life just like you. So tune in next week for Tex Grebner Outdoors Illinois archery season week number 4, and we'll see if maybe then I can make it weird, kill with sticks, and break the whitetail curse. As always, God bless all my sportsmen of America. Join the NRA to protect our rights. Please check out my friends over at threeriversarchery.com. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement and those of you serving in the military. And thanks for watching Tex Grebner Outdoors.